Good morning, everyone. It is an honor to stand before you at this moment in front of James Oglethorpe, the founder of Georgia, as the CEO of DeKalb County. Today, of course, it is DeKalb County Day here at the Capitol. And first and foremost, I want to acknowledge this historic moment. Yesterday, DeKalb County made history with the passage of the largest infrastructure investment act in the history of DeKalb County, with a $4 billion investment that secures the future of DeKalb County, Georgia, and the future of our residents for generations to come. This momentous occasion or achievement would not have been possible without the support of the Board of Commissioners, as well as our city mayors, our city council members, and also our DeKalb County delegation. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to each of you for your leadership and for your commitment to the people of DeKalb County, Georgia. As we celebrate this milestone and we seek to move DeKalb County even further, I'd like to acknowledge the critical legislative priorities that we have as I stand here today in our Capitol. First and foremost, I must mention public safety. Last week, DeKalb County made yet another monumental gain when we took decisive action as a Board of Commissioners to make our police officers amongst the highest paid in the state of Georgia with a $10 million investment. In DeKalb County, we are committed to the support of our law enforcement. We are committed to reducing crime, and we stand ready and committed to make the necessary investments in public safety, because we understand that an investment in public safety affects quality of life, economic development, and also the property values of the homeowners. We are also committed as a legislative priority to economic development in DeKalb County. We must continue to create an environment that fosters business growth, that attracts new industry, and also provides career opportunities for the residents of DeKalb County. DeKalb County is also committed to infrastructure and transportation. While our historic water and sewage investment is a major step, we must continue to do more, and we must secure additional state and federal funding in order to improve our roads, our bridges, as well as our transit system to support our growing communities across DeKalb County. Behavioral health and crisis services are also important in DeKalb County. Mental health remains a top priority. We are advocating for an additional $9 to $10 million in state funding to match the $15 million that DeKalb County has already set aside for behavioral and mental health services. We are committed to ensuring that behavioral health is a priority in DeKalb. These priorities reflect our shared commitment to progress, and I want to take a moment to acknowledge the incredible work that is done here under the Gold Dome by our state and local leaders in advancing our policy directives in DeKalb County. SPLOST 1 and 2 have been instrumental in the necessary funding that is associated with transportation improvements, public safety, our parks, our libraries, and our facility upgrades. All of these combined improve the quality of life for every DeKalb County resident. Our legislation supports public safety, economic development, and infrastructure, and it helps us remain competitive in positioning DeKalb County for its future. None of these accomplishments would be possible without the ongoing support and leadership of our DeKalb delegation, as well as our DeKalb County Board of Commissioners. We continue and we stand ready to make transformative investments in the future of DeKalb County. So yesterday's historic investment is just the beginning. I am proud to represent DeKalb County and its more than 760,000 residents. I am proud of our 12 cities, and I am proud to stand before you today here in our capital and commit to each and every person that's present to do everything within my power as your CEO to represent DeKalb County well and ensure that our future remains bright. Together we win. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And at this time, press or anyone has any questions for either CEO or any of the commissioners, you are welcome to ask your questions now.
Hi, CEO Yasmina Alston with Atlanta News First. Obviously, it's been a couple of days since the commission approved a water bill increase for the residents of DeKalb County. What message do you have for those residents who were not in favor of this happening?
Yesterday, we passed a historic rate increase. And what do I have to say to those individuals who may not have been in support of that rate increase? Let me say that yesterday, the future of DeKalb County came to a vote. And I'm very proud to announce that we passed a 10 by 10, which is a historic investment in DeKalb County. It represents, over the course of a 10-year period, a $4 billion investment in infrastructure. I want to announce to everyone that's present, the issues that we deal with as it relates to infrastructure is nothing new. By 2030, over 70% of DeKalb County's infrastructure will be 70 years or older. We face critical times, and as a result, many of you have seen over the years that we have experienced not only breaking pipes, but also across DeKalb sanitary sewer overflow. So the investment that was made yesterday will allow DeKalb County to go from a D grade to a C in investment, because for over 40 years we have had no capital improvement plan. For residents who may have income sensitivities, we have DeKalb Cares. We are here to ensure that every individual in DeKalb County has access to clean drinking water. Access to water is a human right, and it is time we make the investments that are necessary to ensure not only our human rights, but also economic development. Because in certain parts of DeKalb County, we do not have the water and sewer capacity for new businesses to come online, particularly south of Memorial Drive. And if DeKalb is to be great and to reach the milestone that we all know is possible, it is time we focus on the investments that are necessary to bring everyone along. The true measure of a man is not what we do in times of convenience, but what we do when it is absolutely necessary and one must take a stand. So I'm excited that we now have the revenue that's necessary to ensure that over the next 10 years, DeKalb County truly grows, not only economically, but also in infrastructure.
It's nice to meet you for the first time. I've been supporting you and following you. I'm Bishop Sammy Conyers, pastor of Calvary New Life Tabernacle, and I'm also the president of the National Movement for Civil and Human Rights across America. I'm concerned about our young people. What are we going to do for them to keep them out of trouble and take the crime rate down? Because if you don't give young people jobs and something to do, idleness is the devil's workshop. So what plans do you have, or what money can you put aside? And we don't want to be left out. I'm down in Decatur and in Colony area on this side. We way down there. Most of the time, a lot of the funding and the money go to the people in those nice, rich areas. I want to make sure we're not left behind.
Okay, probably everyone may have heard the question, but it focused around what are we going to do in DeKalb County for the young people? What are we going to do to ensure that there is no idle time, because the exact words was, idle time makes an idle mind, and an idle mind is a devil's workshop. Well, I'm happy to announce that in DeKalb County last week, with the approval of the Board of Commissioners who stand here with me today, that not only did we pass a $10 million increase in pay to make sure that DeKalb County officers, police officers, are amongst the highest paid in the state of Georgia. We also rolled out a comprehensive plan because we understand that, of course, police officers are important, but it is also just as important that we reach the youth and we ensure economic opportunity, and we also move towards teaching young people conflict resolution and soft skills. So last week we announced what is called the School Nonviolence Initiative. This particular initiative is in conjunction with DeKalb County Schools, and we have chosen the 5 schools with the highest incidence of crime and violence. We will go into those schools, we will teach our young people, we will teach them communication skills. We are also focusing on ignorance is no defense, because we've come to realize that in many instances, young people plain and simply don't know the difference between assault and battery, or the consequences that are associated with their actions. It also has a civic component because we teach, am I my brother's keeper? Because young people have a greater responsibility to community, and it is time that we teach those. Because the 100 Black Men of DeKalb County is one of our major partners in mentorship. And their motto is, they will be what they see. We want every young person in DeKalb County to have a positive role model. And we want to be on the forefront of ensuring that they have access to higher education. So also, as a part of our initiative, we have the No Child Left Behind component. And with that, we are requiring that every DeKalb County student in the 11th grade signs a pledge to their future. So for young people that may not be interested in college, there are 18 free trades in the state of Georgia that we will strongly promote alongside DeKalb County schools. So we are committed not only to increasing police officers, but also influencing public safety through positive intervention with our youth. Are there any other questions?
This is a follow-up to the question that I previously asked. Obviously, CEO Thurmond, he also talked about the infrastructure issues and the things that needed to be fixed. Do you feel like you were left with this problem?
The question was, or more or less a statement, that CEO Michael Thurmond had often discussed the issue of infrastructure. And do I stand here today and feel that I have been left with a problem? Let me announce to everyone, I feel that I've been left with an opportunity, and so has the DeKalb County Board of Commissioners. Yesterday, upon the passage of the 10 by 10, Shakira Johnson, who is the commissioner for District 4, simply said that the can has been kicked down the road long enough. I want to be clear that success is when preparation meets opportunity. Upon walking into office, there were challenges. But I am proud to say that because as a Board of Commissioners, we are devoted to solving those challenges, yesterday we took the decisive action that is necessary to ensure that DeKalb County moves forward. And for that, I owe a debt of gratitude to all of our commissioners. Today I stand here, I would like to acknowledge Commissioner Ted Terry from Super District 6. I would like to acknowledge Commissioner Ladina Bolton from Super District 7. I'd also like to acknowledge Commissioner Michelle Long Spears, who serves as our presiding officer from District 2. Together, we are very clear in our mission and we are unified in the work that lies ahead of us to ensure that DeKalb County, Georgia is truly the best suited county in the state of Georgia.
From the press, do we have any follow-up questions? Are we good?
At this time, I think it would be most appropriate, because I want to be clear, DeKalb County is one. Often we say that, but today we have representation. Of course, DeKalb County is comprised of 12 different cities, and to each of those cities I am committed. And for the press that's present, if you would care to speak with any of the mayors or council members, We have present here today from the city of Brookhaven, Councilmember Michael Diaz. We have present here today Mayor Pro Tem from the city of Brookhaven, John Funny. We have present Jimmy First, council member from Chamblee. We have present Paul Stovall, council member from Chamblee. We have present Mayor Patty Garrett from the city of Decatur. We have council member Chris Henshaw from the city of Doraville. We have present council member Warren Simmons from the city of Doraville. We have present Mayor Shamika Reynolds from the city of Lithonia. We have present council member Thomas Torrent from the city of Pine Lake. We have council member Tom Ramsey, council member from Pine Lake. We have councilwoman Virginia Reese from the city of Tucker. We have Mayor Frank Amon from the city of Tucker. We have council member Kara Schroeder from the city of Tucker. We have present Amy Trashi, council member from the city of Tucker. And we also have present with us from the city of Clarkston, Mayor Burks. Thank you all so much. And we also have the mayor of, I'm gonna let you come on up.
And I see Mayor Jones from Stone Mountain and Mayor Elmore from Avondale Estates.
Yes, and let me say that this is truly a historic day for DeKalb. As the CEO, I look forward to working with all of our mayors and our council members because truly it takes a unified effort to be about the business of the people. So thank you all for coming out, and I would ask at this time, I also see our mayor from the city of Stone Mountain that is present with us here today. Yes, so if all of our mayors and council people would please step forward, I would appreciate it to take any other questions in case the media may have questions for you related specifically to your city.